best way for a student to learn a language. A quick review of last week's episode and our first TESOL topic. This week on Hopewell TESOL. Let's go! Let's go! Sco! Let's go! Let's go! Hello, my friends. Thanks so much for tuning in to the second episode of Hopewell TESOL. This week is gonna be good. First, a summary of last week's episode. This channel is essentially about making English teachers better at teaching English. If you're a native English speaking teacher or a non-native English speaking teacher, this channel is for you. However, my true focus is really on non-native English speaking teachers who don't have an English language teaching certificate and are looking for some guidance on how to make their English classes more effective. Also, I hope you weren't confused last week by my pronunciation of the word TESOL or TESOL. Indeed, some people do say T-E-S-O-L as TESOL, like me, but some say TESOL as well. Throughout the world, maybe the majority might say TESOL, but I've always said TESOL. And I've heard a lot of people in the industry call T-E-S-O-L TESOL. That said, TESOL, TESOL, your choice. Second, drum roll please. I know you've been waiting. Our TESOL topic of the week. Oh my God, I'm so excited. We're super psyched. Would you tell us? Hurry up and tell us. Traditional versus modern teaching. Traditional versus modern teaching. When I teach TESOL, I usually begin my classes by asking my students how long they've been studying English. And my students usually say 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. Then I ask, do you think you speak English well? And they almost always say no. No. So I ask why. Why? And they say they don't know. Well, I claim that most students that learn English in non-native English-speaking countries usually learn very slowly for two reasons. One, they're not speaking English outside the classroom. That's not their fault. That's not their fault at all. They're doing their best. And two, more importantly, their teachers are using the wrong teaching style in the classroom. Now, times are changing, but I'm guessing that if you're a non-native English speaker, you learn to speak English in a very traditional way, not a modern way. It's not your fault, don't worry, we can fix it. This brings me to today's focus, today's topic, today's main idea, traditional versus modern teaching. And this is one of the most important points that I could ever teach you. This is a game changer. Language is interactive by nature. We are not teaching science or math or biology. Those are good subjects, but we're not teaching those. In science and math and biology, students don't really need to be interactive. They can sit back, listen to the teacher, take notes, pass tests, and be considered a student that understands. To truly understand, to grow and become functional, you need to be interactive. You need to be active, not passive. And this is a very critical point that we need to understand about teaching language. Tell me if this sounds familiar. In traditional classroom, the teacher is talking a lot. So the classroom is very teacher-centered. There's a low level of student participation. There's a focus on receptive skills, like reading and listening. There's lots of textbooks. There's always gonna be a textbook. There's lots of individual work. Students often work by themselves. Students are very passive, not active. The class is very lecture-based, where the teacher does a lot of talking. The students do a lot of listening and note-taking. Now this sounds good for math or biology or science. Does it sound good for a language? Just listening to other people talking and you never saying anything? And conversely, is the modern classroom. Now in the modern classroom, the teacher is just a manager or a facilitator, moving around the classroom, helping the students accomplish what they're trying to do. Not giving them answers, not telling them the answers, extracting or taking the answers out of the students. Modern classrooms are very experience-based, so students are always active and doing something. Students are active participants in the learning process. there's a variety of fun, exciting, and useful activities, not just listening to the teacher talk and writing down notes. Boring. There's lots of group work. The focus is on students communicating with each other. And the class is very student-centered. The class is very student-centered, not teacher-centered. So, there's a high level of student participation. Students are being very active. And this, it is believed, is the best way for a student to learn a language. So, not the traditional way of passive students in a boring classroom where teachers talk and students listen and take notes. We want to create classrooms where students are active participants in the learning process. And this is truly key to creating an effective and modern language classroom. As a teacher, if you can always do your best to create an active, exciting environment for your students, I'm certain they will have more fun and learn much faster. We don't want to be teaching the English language by traditional methods. We want to be teaching the English language through modern methods. Okay guys, well that brings us to the end of this week's episode. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. I always have a good time talking about TESOL. It's my passion. I'm crazy about TESOL. So if you enjoyed this week's episode, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And remember, if you want it to go well, you gotta hope well.